gotta say, give me a disgusting helmet. That's not it. Try again. Oh shit! Trying to hit me and hit me. Hello, sir? Hello, sir? Sir? Sir?
It's fine. What's the worst that can be? Oh, fuck, cunt. Did not work at all.
Why, hello. It's weird, everyone I know uses it and no one else has mentioned a word. Do people not know? Or did something else happen? Like they were like, hey, never mind, we're not fucking everybody. And I just missed it. Oh, wait. Nope. There is an update. Official update. We are not shutting down. Conversation with amazing partners aligned around one thing, working in the interest of the community. Your tools and data are safe. We've secured funding for a partner. That's 2 days ago. 4 days ago. So there is an update. I don't have to worry about it. It sounds like they're sold. I mean, as long as their fucking program keeps running, I don't give a shit. Right?
Hi, I'm Mark Roberts,
Hi,
game
Mark.
director.
Oh, the Twitch drops.
On Path of Exile. During the launch of
What do you got?
Return
You
of
got
the
good
Ancients,
stuff?
we're running 2 weeks of Twitch drops,
Cool.
as well as a supporter streamer campaign.
Look at that pet.
During the first week of launch, you'll be able to claim the Arbiter of Ash waypoint by watching your favorite creators in the Path of Exile 2 category for 3 hours.
Okay.
In week 2, you can claim the Wendigo's Crown helmet attachment. Support your favorite creators by gifting 2 subs or subscribing to 2 channels in the Path of Exile 2 category to claim the Vericium Parasite pet.
What are you even?
Embrace the Infinite Void.
Hold on. What is that? A beetle? A bug? Like,
Gifting
what
2
is,
subs
what
or
is
subscribing to 2 channels in the Path of Exile 2 category to claim the Vericium Parasite pet. Embrace the Infinite Void with the Arbiter of Ash waypoint. Should other exiles visit your hideout, they will be covered in ash upon entering. Become the Nameless with the Wendigo's Crown helmet attachment. It offers 6 variations, allowing you to choose any combination.
Wait, did they say helmet attachment? They're doing the thing where they make them attachments instead of full helmets.
On helmet attachment. It offers 6 variations, allowing you to choose any combination you like, with or without visual effects.
Okay.
In addition, the helmet attachment tracks your kills across different types of monsters, be it beasts, humans, demons, constructs, or undead. Not all Vericium spawns desperately want
What
to end
are you?
Some simply need a little love. Like this
Oh my
Vericium
god, he wants a
Parasite
little
pet.
scratch.
That's a good boy.
He wants little scratches. Okay,
All
he's
of these
cute. I
items
love
are purely
it.
cosmetic
I've changed my
and
mind.
do not affect your character's power or progression in any way. Thanks for watching and have a great league start.
I've changed my mind. I want it.
Not all Vericium spawns
What a good little
desperately
boy.
want to end you. Some simply need a little love. Like this Vericium Parasite pet. That's a good boy. All of these items are purely cosmetic and do not affect your character's power or progression in any way.
Adorable. Adorable. Alright, let's see if there was anything else. Live drops. Oh, the filter information. I don't know if I watched the Delirium and Ritual overhaul stuff either. During the content reveal? Well, I assume these are like far more in-depth versions. Not like... Oh, are they literally... Oh, ew. Okay. That is a lot of new stackable currency, just saying. Item class augments. Are we getting a Herodric cube? What? Huh? I want this. $16 tons. What do you get? Number of effect can be scaled down like Quill Rain is maybe 50. The runes will be placed on the same base type. Mace runes into maces and so on. And most likely there's one legacy rune at a time. Huh. 16 done, and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. Ooh. Oh, there are some interesting things in here to yoink just on their own. Hmm. Hi, Twitch chat. Okay, but you could also say hello to the, well, I was gonna say you could also say hello to the rest of YouTube chat. But knowing how my YouTube streams go, there's probably, how far are we in? 15 minutes? Like 9 people there? 15% of damage from hits is taken from a damageable companion before life would be a really nice thing to yoink. Especially if you stack it with the other versions of this you can get. Like, have this, and then have wear it also. And then have, like, there's another 15 you can get somewhere else. And then be like, boom, 45% of my life goes to minions. Oh, my damage anyway. Just unaffected by, your speed is unaffected by slows. Just that on its own is really good. Oh. Chance to block damage is lucky. I wonder. I wonder. Wait, I wonder. But how do you nerf lucky? How do you nerf? The fuck is that? Hold on. I found it. It was very loud. It was this fucking thing. I was looking at this earlier. That's what it was. Okay, just real quick. Items. Weapon 2. Shield. I'm just thinking, like, if I could. Oh my god. Wait. If you can get life on block or lucky block, either one, and just put it on the other shield, insane. Oh, right. You have to, it has to be on the list. The fuck is Oak Swan? Okay, well, I'm suddenly very interested. Hold on. %50 increased life regeneration rate. Eh. Mjolnir? Interpreter and return Progbo. Yeah. Trample Toe's insane if you can get the explode, even at half value. Even at half value, that's... Which one? Which one's the return bow? I didn't even see that one in Path of Building. This must be one of the new ones. Projectiles split towards +2 targets would be insane if that came off. Just saying. Arrows return if they have pierced a target which had fully broken armor. Oh. Huh. Huh. I would like to look at that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that. Wardell refrigerators, the cooler choice. Increase and reduction to minion attack speed also affect you. I'd surely Quillrain will be not like it'll be a more balanced number. It wouldn't be 100%, or we're all re-rolling bows. Like everyone is just, even the non-bow people are like, all right, that's just too much. Bows it is. %1 of extra damage per 1% block chance is cool. Yeah, 50% increased life regen is very cool also. Oh my god. Attacks with this weapon have added cold damage equal to 6 to 10% of your maximum mana. Okay, but like, if I could just rip that off and put that on something else, that would actually be pretty good. Not that I'd play maces. Well... ain't no big thing. What was an increased damage at each second they've been in your presence up to a maximum of 200 is just, it stacks so slow. Oh, that would be an interesting one. I do hate the alternating though. Damn, there's some interesting shit here. Aggravate bleeding on targets you critically hit is also Interesting. This one's not. What even do you get out of this? Like, the legacy of the fucking book helmet. Like, what do you even get out of that? If anything, the rarity, like if the rarity or the crit is like the only two things that would be remotely useful in those values. But surely if you're making a specific item for just this, surely the rune ends up being like, instead of 40 armor, it's 4 armor, and instead of 30 evasion rating, it's 3 evasion rating, and then 2 energy shield and 6 accuracy and 3 surely it's like just a tiny bit of fucking everything, right? Surely you would have to, and it would just be for the meme, right? But if you think about it, let's say it's 10, let's say it's, I don't know, 20%, let's say it's 20% of the rolls, that would still be like 2 to all resistances, 2 int, 2 dex, 2 strength, 6 critical chance, 4 rarity, right? Like, for 1 rune socket, it would actually be not horrible. Anything, not you get a little or something. It's 1 mod off the item. Yeah, but surely you make an exception for this helmet, right? Because like, like, what are you gonna do? Just rip off 1 mod? Like, it's an irrelevant. Okay, the one that's exciting the most is obviously deal overkill damage to enemies within 2 meters. Obviously, this is the one. Oh, well, there's a mage blood on it. Well, I don't think either of those were in this list, were they? No. It should be specifically only this list of uniques. What percentage effect would be enough for clear? 10 would be still good. 5 would start to be pretty questionable. I don't know, there's some pretty cool stuff in here. Bow class is just getting return is a bit OP. And there's other stuff that's really, really good, like 15% of damage from hits is taken from your companions. Okay, not super great in its own, but there is a different way to get 15%. In fact, you can get 20, not including this helmet. Then you could wear this helmet for another 15, now you got 35, and then if you can rune that off, that has extra helmet in there. Ooh, which one was that? Do you remember its name? This is not an exhaustive list of every one of them here. This Reddit post. Oh, as extra, yes. Yes, it is. Okay. I mean, maybe if you include all these little ones as well. Yeah, I know the one. I don't think it's there. That one's interesting. 25% to Thorn's critical hit chance. It's Zeres, that's it. Nah. Crown of Thorns is in there. Crown of Thorns is in there. That one's something. Quillrain's in there. That's something. Yeah, Svarlin's in there. Yeah. Svarlin is in there. So chance to block is lucky, being it if you can pull that and put it on a different shield. Holy. Like, imagine you pull this out and you just put a surrender on, which has 5% recovery on it. And okay, like, what do you mean? Like, you take this Farlan and you just put lucky block on it and you're what, fucking immortal? Like, not the Svarlin, the surrender. Hold on. %39% chance to block. Some armor no one cares about. Recover 4% of maximum life when you block. Okay, but you do that with lucky block and now that's disgusting. You do it with overval block chance. Yeah, you don't actually need to overval the recovery either. You don't actually care about that. If that's 4 or 3, it won't really matter. With lucky block and not using a Svarlin, you're blocking 100% of all damage. And with it being lucky, you just need to block cap. And if you've got any amount of recovery on block, you'll just be full all the time. This many days before a new league? Yeah, I think so. This one's also interesting. Just base critical hit chance for attacks with weapons, 7%. I don't know if there's any like unique weapons that are particularly good that have like incredibly bad crit that could use that as just a rune. And you have it's in here somewhere. Hold on. There it is. So the important mod on Mjolnir is the implicit, which I assume doesn't come across. I wonder what druids do to them. Oh yeah. Okay, there's like empower. So whatever you take has to be socketed into the same kind of item. So if you eat a mace and get a Mjolnir rune, it has to go in a mace. And I don't know what mace I'd care about having +4 lightning in except Mjolnir. Although, if I got +4 lightning off of Mjolnir, could I put it in a second Mjolnir? and just be like, here's +8 lightning, fuck you. Maybe? Recursive Mjolnir, right? Wait, okay, hold on, that's an interesting thought. What here gets broken if you stack it with itself? Right? Like, what here gets broken if you stack it with itself? I mean, 10% maximum health while surrounded. Can you still get surrounded by... Yeah, you can no longer get surrounded all the time, but you can get surrounded by as long as there's one mob, right? So you could get 10%. Armor applies to elemental. What else if it's stacked on itself? I mean, 100% evasion rating when on full life. Twice is pretty OP. That's a lot of evasion rating. No, it's not. 100% evasion rating when on full life is a lot when you put it on a rare chest that actually has some fucking evasion rating. And not on this. Fucking full core crits? No, I don't believe so. That one's interesting. 17% of damage taken from hits bypasses energy shield if energy shield is below half. That's an interesting thing. Blood in my veins. War cries explode. I mean, potentially if there's something with like charm charge stacking, that could be helpful at some point. It's a good thing to like have in your brain in case something pops up. There's potentially the chance to get double of that if there's a reason to do such a thing later. Obviously, I went over the companion life thing before. Pain attunement on its own's whatever. I bet if you double this, it ends up being 80% at one time. And just like, imagine if they alternated. Imagine if you like copied one and wore one and they just stayed opposing and you just had 40% less all the time. It works for me, right? Oh, physical damages pinning is a great thing to get if you don't have to wear these fucking boots to do it. It's a pretty gross mod on a good pair of boots. Yeah. Especially if you're playing Zyra. The thorns is going to be interesting. If you can double it up, you can have 50% base crit plus 25% thorns critical chance. You'd have that twice. This one might be interesting for like a minion build, because they quite often wear these in their offhand. They wear like a scepter and a mace. But if you can do it on top of itself, then you get the +2 levels, and you put it in a corrupted one for +3 levels, and you end up with a +5 level. Not really game breaking, but it's interesting. Strikes deal splash damage. Strikes deal splash damage from a spear. Hold on. I mean, I don't know about doubling it up, but this one could be stupid if you double anything on it. The crit chance, the flat cold, the added cold per mana. If you take any of those three and you can put it in a rune, that would be insane, right? That actually would be really good. It's just Archmage for attacks. Yeah, but imagine you get a corrupted version of this with 12, and then you get like another rune that has 6 in it, and suddenly you've got 18%. Attacks with this weapon have added cold damage equal to 18% of your maximum mana. Like, huh? What? That depends on what the runes roll. I assume that it's gonna roll like something like this. If it were to take this, I assume it would roll a minimum roll on the rune. Like the rune would just always be 6. And so you would get like a 12% corrupted weapon to wear, right? And then you would put a rune in for 6 more. That's my assumption. No, you are limited to one of these on your whole character, is my understanding. And whatever you take it from, it has to go in the same thing. So if you take a bow, it has to go in a bow. That is our, yeah, that is it's a little bit of speculation, but we're assuming because otherwise, if it's limit 1 on your whole character, it's pretty interesting to try and find one that's like the best and put it in your build, and that's great. If you let me put one on every slot, then I'd really enjoy the whole league, and they can't let that happen. And the ones, what were those? I don't know. I don't know. Great question. No fucking clue. %1 damage as fire per 1% block chance would be cool to double if you were doing that. Or even if you weren't using this shield, but you had block cap in your build, and suddenly you're like, oh, here's 70% extra damage as fire into my build. Triggers Ember Fusillade on casting a spell. So if I use this and I build an Ember Fusillade build, and my skill is Ember Fusillade, and I use it in, I've done this. This is not conjecture. If I use Ember Fusillade as my skill, this triggers the second one in the weapon. And so you can sort of shotgun both Ember Fusillades with reduced duration and do both of them at once. Could I then rune it and have a third Ember Fusillade and then just be fucking 3 of them. 3 Ember Fusillades gives a really, 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 really good cock. Sorry, what? Okay, Ember Fusillade. Well, I've done cock Ember Fusillade. The thing I was cocking was fire. Fireball, right? I was casting Ember Fusillade, and I was triggering the Ember Fusillade from the staff to double it, and critting with that to cast more fireballs. %4 per second in your presence, which is this tiny little fucking circle around you. It's a lot of damage? Yeah, but like after how many seconds? Like 10 seconds in, it's only at 40%. It takes a full 30 seconds for it to reach 120. Like, that's not... And only 40% increased damage? Yeah, only 40% increased damage by the time the fight should be over. Right? Then yeah, if the boss is... And yeah, it's only increased damage. It's not even a more multiplier. It's just increased damage with hits. And it's not even enemies take. Right? It's not even enemies take increased damage. It's you deal increased damage. Deal increased damage with hits. It's just an increase. 200% is a great increase, but it takes so fucking long. No way if you move away from them. I actually don't know. I haven't tested that, but it's within your presence, and I don't know how many people have done this, but you can see the default presence radius. This does not increase if you this does not increase as you level up. This is the default presence radius. You're looking at it right now. This is not increased with levels. You have to, if you take things that say increase presence radius, sure, but this is it. This is your presence radius. Isn't that an insanely small radius for things like that? Also, this is like one of the many things that's fucked about minions is because a bunch of the minion stuff, especially from the scepters, are all like, allies in your presence do this, allies in your presence have cast speed, allies in your presence deal extra damage. You gotta be like fucking up their ass to actually be in their presence.
Good morning. With Path of Exile 2's 0.5 leak being only a few days away and everyone hyper-focusing on twisters, bows, companions, and martial artists, for
and totems,
my league starter, I will return to the peaceful life of a gardener for the upcoming patch. In terms of caster archetypes, the plant-based spellcaster next to ED Contagion to me still is one of the absolute best when it comes to purely league starting and getting your character off the ground as soon as possible. The gameplay clips you are seeing right here are from a character that would be very early into a softcore trade league. No headhunters, no rite of passage, or for the matter of fact, any high price uniques or...
This is plants with pops? I mean, it's just plants with detonate dead in the cocklink, right?
Required gear pieces. This video here
relatively
will
common.
mainly cover all the
Oh,
nuances
Jesus.
of the endgame versions of this build.
Too far. There we go.
Next up, I will also post
no,
a
just
full
Lich.
video
Right,
guide
okay.
on the leveling for this build, taking you from level 1 all the way into T15 maps. So if you want to get that and future videos of mine right away, consider subscribing here on YouTube or following my Twitch channel, which will also be linked down below. Both the campaign leveling and different endgame versions are also covered in the Mobalytics written guide that is linked in the description down below. So if you want to system. In contrast to my league start in 0.4, where I watered my plants on the Druid Oracle, this time around I will go with the Witch class and will eventually choose the Abyssal Lich as my ascendancy. I played a plant-based Abyssal Lich in
pretty cool.
hardcore SSF in the previous league, and I just fell in love with the tankiness paired with the incredible map clear from plants and the Abyssal Lich Ascendancy node Rupture the Flesh, which is one of the main reasons to play this Ascendancy. But in terms of overall benefits, the Lich offers just so much more than that. With the energy shield recovery nerfs in the upcoming update, I do believe that having other defensive layers apart from the blue life will be even more important, especially considering the seemingly very challenging content that is upcoming in the Return of the Ancients.
Yeah. Look, plants is plants. Plants is plants is plants. The thing about this pop is, if I can just throw Trample Toe onto any pair of boots, then oh my god.
The Lich offers one of the best defensive layers in the game with Soulless Form and Eternal Life, giving us the ability to have a straight up damage reduction of up to and over 25% with the help of Heavy Buffer and at Series Disdain, which, by the way, will be upgradable with the Kurlgurin crafting in 0.5 as well.
Yeah, but
The
what's
Rupture
it
the
gonna
Flesh,
become?
notable that the Abyssal Lich provides, is, like I already mentioned in the beginning, the main reason why I think this Ascendancy is the way to go for plants here, giving us basically a free Detonate Dead with physical damage scaling without the need of any cast on crit or even good gear, since this is scaling off of the monster life and not our gear pieces, which is especially good in a league start scenario, since we are not going to be perfectly equipped on day 2. Due to Rupture the Flesh, this build is also not reliant on any cast on critical setups at all, making it even more viable in the post-Leech nerf environment of 0.5. The last reason why I think the Lich is going to be even more powerful in the upcoming league is the Crystalline Phylactery Ascendancy node. With 0.5's introduction of a lot of new jewel crafting, there is going to be a huge possibility when it comes to making an amazing rare jewel for the Lich's 100% increased effect jewel slot right here. So in conclusion, every single of the Lich's Ascendancy nodes is extremely beneficial to our character here, especially in a league start scenario. Apart from all of these reasons though, one of the biggest reasons why the Lich is so well suited for this build and as a league starter in general is the inherent low life mechanic that the Lich provides, giving us even more bonuses basically for free. So if you didn't know, due to the Eternal Life notable, which makes us not be able to lose any life while we have Energy Shield, we can lock our life to be permanently below 35% and gain massive bonuses by doing so. These bonuses include being able to slot in the Execute 3 support gem into every single one of our skills, giving us 30% more damage at all times.
I get it. I get it. I get it. I don't know what to make my totems as. I'm not gonna lie. I know that I am almost certainly playing the totems. BalorMage is super tempting and Oracle is super tempting, and they're both going to be good. Probably. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. Yeah. What's the meta spell to level with from level 1? I mean, ED Contagion is really, really good. I don't know what other people pick. I've been in love with Ice Nova recently, but it's actually not the strongest. It takes you a little longer to kill rares and bosses and whatnot. Its clear is great, but I like it because of how easy it makes everything. And I'm special. I saw it go that way. Where is it? Where is it? Where's the thing? I saw a thing go off this way. I swore I did. Another day older and deeper in debt. Curse that GG for making me need level 1. Yeah. Yeah.
Impressive endurance.
I'll take you.
Relish your mortality.
I've been staying around for more than 2 days after the league launch. Every league apart from the first one, I had IRL stuff come up that ruined at me. Oh, so not even like you gave up or like weren't interested, but more like you actually couldn't. Like you got taken away from it. I kind of want to make a fucking Ice Nova build. Not gonna lie.
Monstrous
Whoops. Did I miss a thing? Yep.
Good riddance.
Upgrade Frostbolt Ice Nova. I mean, I don't want to press 2 buttons. We don't press 2 buttons here.
An oasis in the desert.
Are you gonna get early spirit for totems? So is the range Nova Ring in PoE2? It's a support. This is how you get early spirit. So I'm not gonna do it right now because obviously we don't have the changes, but your first ascendancy is this, and you make sure you have a belt that has 2 charges on. So now you've got 3 empty charm slots. That's 120 plus the 30 you already have. You're at 150. That's 2 totems. You're going to wear a scepter. That is a minimum 3. Hopefully you get a scepter with 150 spirit on it, so you can have a total of 4.
I'm not ready yet. Begone, foul creature!
I want to go Demon Lady Ascendancy.
That's close.
You absolutely can. That is an option. I suspect people who don't start oracles, maybe they either go with only 2 or 3 totems instead of 3 or 4, or they just change a little bit later. Right? Oh, did I really fuck that up? Okay. If you say so, bud. Oh, whoops. 3 totems should be plenty. 3 totems should be just enough for it to not be trash. It won't be like great, but 3 should be enough. And I'm just basing that on like experience in PoE 1. Is like when you've got 1 or 2 totems, it's not enough and it feels bad. And then when you get the 3rd totem, you're like, okay, I'm a totem build. Isn't it a little, yeah, but you can't guarantee you're gonna get like the Plugilist chest or whatever it is, the one that gives 100 spirit. You can't guarantee you're gonna get that, right? You've no idea. Enfolding Dawn, that's the one. Oh no, not evasion.
Stand tall.
Boom. Just the spirit items to snap and trade early. I say list, but there's only 2. It's just Enfolding Dawn and the amulet that's, yeah, the amulet as well. Whatever that one is. That's it. Beacon, that's the one. We're back. Mirada.
Wild take it.
See, Ice Nova's single target's like a little weak, but clear, fantastic. Alright, we can we'll find it. Like shit. This could be like yoink. Good luck. I mean, it's possible. Anything is possible, but good luck. Let's trade until Act 4, right? Yeah, correct. No asynchronous trade until Act 4. For some reason. Because quality of life must be earned.
Wretched animal.
I love how people use that as an excuse to like, it's for bots. Like bots don't reach Act 4. like somehow bots are like stuck in Act 1. And just, oh, as long as we make it Act 4, bots won't be a problem. Like, what do you mean? Oh. Wake up, barrier.
The forehead is formidable.
You say your forehead is formidable?
Come on then, you great lump of stone.
Beware of the burst.
Not the best single target damage, but you're just always chilling, so shit's so slow.
Look out for the slam. Stand clear. Beware of what falls.
Bye.
Like the rest.
This is for leveling. You're not doing Nova Totems? Oh no, I'm not doing Nova Totems. As soon as we change into totems, it's probably Spark?
Favors me.
It's probably almost immediately Spark.
Let's plan. Ancient power.
I used to my vendors I'm saying that. Yeah, all the corn's gone.
We
Everybody's doing
succeed.
Spark. Right, but like for good reason. And this is
Seems like a
where
decision
you would
to
take
make.
40 spirit and become a totem build. There's like no point in doing that. It's about time. So you do kind of want to go down here though. Get all that car speed, placement speed. No, you don't really need to if you're this ascendancy, right? Because there's this one, which just appears out of nowhere. And you can go this way. And then boom, placement speed, placement speed, placement speed, and area. Ooh. Bit of car speed, bit of car speed, bit of car speed, bit of car speed, bit of placement speed, bit of placement speed. Area? I don't need the 2 area nodes. So I guess just I absolutely don't want it, but I want a Forbidden Flesh and Flame. yeah, I don't want it, but I understand what you mean. Like, I don't want it, but I do. But I don't. It would be bad for the game, but I want to put it in my tree. I want Forbidden Flesh and Flame, but I don't want anyone else to get it. I don't want it to be the normal thing that everyone's doing. Right?
I see the paths not yet taken.
And you can easily pick up your spell totem here and change. But like, there's no real other, especially at low levels, there's no real other option except either Arc or Spark, basically. Like later on, you can get, you could Ball Lightning, Comet, Firestorm. None of those. What else could you do? Can't do Fusillade. Yeah, Bone Storm's an option. Fusillade you can do, but it's like a whole different build. You need to reduce the shit out of the duration everywhere, and then that also reduces the duration of your spell totem, so you need to like increase the duration of the spell totem while reducing the duration of all your other spells. It's a lot. And so on. Oh, they want to chew your face? They'll want to chew your face still. They will want to chew your face still.
Frost darts fires multiple icy projectiles that create explosive fragments on hitting a chilled or frozen enemy.
Blue brights all around you. So there's just not very many spells to experiment with. The main reason there's not very many spells is because a lot of the spells rely on power charges or infusions to be good. And because they did really heavy on the combo gameplay, needing power charges or infusions, and then didn't let spell totems consume power charges or infusions, a lot of the spells don't work. But the ones that do still seem pretty good. Frostbolt, Arc, Spark. Well, I'm not Arc anymore. Frostbolt and Spark both should go really well. Comet might go okay. I don't know. Start the JSON file. Wait, what? That's way too early. Wait, that means we might get some information by tomorrow. I'm okay with that. Impulse totems work? Nope. Flame Blast has a cooldown for some stupid reason, even though it's also a channeled skill. They made Flame Blast have a cooldown, and therefore you cannot use it. What level do you get totems? It is right. Is it not here? Which tab is it in? I fucking hate these tabs, man. I was looking at it just a second ago. I don't know where it went. There it is. So level 7 skills, which is right here. This is like right when you do your first ascendancy is when you can swap to spell totems. But you are going to be playing Spark probably. It's kind of the only option you've got that's good. In terms of too situational, it should work on totems, but you need to have stuff that's dead already.
Greetings.
Although we did see detonate living earlier, and I wonder if that'll work on my totems. Right? All other skill spends a ward, don't forget. Yeah, there's no way they'll let totems interact with anything like that. There's just no way, right?
Hello, you young one.
This is why I think I'll just be a normal spellcaster. That's fair enough. All I know is whatever I choose to start will be boring. Not boring. Wrong is the word I was looking for. Whatever I choose to start will be the wrong thing. And whatever the thing that I was thinking about starting that I like might start but choose not to, that'll be really good. Whichever way I go, whatever's the one that I was close to picking but don't pick, that's the one that'll be great. That's nothing on GGG, that's just how I operate. The one that I don't pick will be the great one. The tree is already up, it can't be. Not this early. Let's see it. Link it up. I mean, I know the Jason came out, but like, I don't know, that just seems very quick. I hope not, I'm nowhere near a computer. Well, I am. Ah, that's right. Okay, that's a pretty decent amount of recoup nodes. Damage prevented, recoup does energy shield per... Sure. Increase speed. Increase speed. Increase speed. Increase speed. Increase speed. Increase speed. Oh yeah. Where are the new companion wheels? Hold on. What have I done to... I think we got baited. There's... Well, no, that's... No, they're all the same. Well, no, they're a little different. Look. %, movement speed. There's another 8. There's another 8. Okay, we're getting close. I said they need about 80% movement speed to feel good, but if I get even 40, I might try it. They're starting. They're starting with those. Ah. There's gotta be more movement speed nodes, right? Like, we know that that's not enough. We know that that's not going to be enough. Surely there's some, but come on. Show me like one more little set of wheels. Come on. Give me like another 10 or 20%. Ah, ooh, wait a minute. I mean, that's not directly movement speed. Close. It counts kinda, yeah. It counts kinda. Not up there, only 1 inch tall, up there, platform shoes. I think it's gonna not be enough. Guys, I think it's gonna not be enough. They did add a little bit of movement speed, but you gotta remember the companions, without sprinting, you were able to run off screen of the companions in their trailer for like their good companion build. So like that's without sprinting. I assumed that they didn't have these nodes because the companions that we saw were moving as fast as I would expect them to move without these. So like that's still a little bit. I just don't know if it's enough. There are companion nodes up here. We don't even know what that is. The Druid extra node, weird Oracle stuff. Alright, yeah. And you do still have, well, presumably you still have this node right here, which isn't showing up. We still have this one, but I was always just going to anoint that regardless. Right? There's 20% movement speed there. Fuck! Am I gonna get baited into minions? What if one of the companions handed out movement speed? Ah, man. They've done the worst of the 3 options. They could have given me enough movement speed that I'd be excited to play it. They could have given me no movement speed and I'd have been like, dead on arrival, never mind. And instead, they gave me a little bit of movement speed, but not as much as I was hoping. And now it's stuck in the middle of like, is that going to be enough? I don't think so. But like, it's something. That's the worst of the 3 options. If they'd have given me nothing, I'd have known not to play it. If they'd have given me enough, then I would have known that it would function and I could do it. Convocation minion is a bad spot. Convocation is a crutch and a bad skill, and it shouldn't be in Pee-wee 1 either. It's a little bullshit band-aid solution that shouldn't be the solution. A perfect example of how to deal with minions not needing convocation is Diablo 4. Diablo 4 nails minions and their behavior super easily. And it's really, 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 really simple and easy to do. They have a sliding scale of movement speed. The base movement speed of minions is 20 to 30% movement speed above the character. The minions always try to lead the character if they can. So if you're walking right, they try and run in front of you, not behind you. So they encounter the mobs before you do. And if they fall out of a certain range away from the character, they then gain movement speed on like a sliding scale, depending on how far away they are, to very quickly try and catch up to where they're supposed to be. When you're playing minions in D4, you never ever have a problem with minions not being where they're supposed to be because they have enough movement speed and they're set to do that. Archmage spell totems has been the plan for the last few days. I don't know if you just saw it on a Connor video, but it was also what we were talking about yesterday and what was on Ali's video yesterday and Palstron's video the day before that. Archmage minions with Archmage totems with no cost. Very good. Returns still managed, wasn't sure because they don't have a cost. I mean, the way everything is worded, I assume that Archmage will work with totems. It should. It should. Everything the way they normally word things says it should work. I hope so, because it's kind of my fucking plan. It's kind of everyone's plan, actually. That actually is kind of cool. Oh, it does stuff. Nah, okay, that is actually kind of cool. Nah, I can't. I want that. Once the quest launches, accept it in the Discord client here. Play Path of Exile 2 for 15 minutes with the Discord client open. Okay, easy. That's free. Unless Nitro, which is for Emma. Ew. I'll still take it. I'm so torn. Am I gonna play the fucking companion build and get shat on again? Am I gonna play Gardener? Am I gonna play Totems? I could do any of these things. Engaging in the new PV2. Yes, I don't know if it'll be 100% fixed, but it really looks like they're actually addressing a whole bunch of the things that were the problems that I were having. So like I'm pretty keen to give it a go. We know what it could be, and we know that it should. Onslaught on Kill is pretty bad in a zoo, but then it's not a zoo. You only have like 4 minions total that are companions. Onslaught on Kill works out pretty decently when you only have a few minions that are big strong ones. It only works out shit when you're running a zoo, which you don't do on a companion build. You still tame a hasted rare? No. No, that was actually useful, so they stopped that from working.
I need more time for that.
New passage is out? Sort of. It's in the first iteration dodgy version that you can look at if you want to. You know, the first version we get every league. That's sort of that one right there. Rid of the haste aura? Well, not specifically the haste aura. They got rid of the auras, right? It was way earlier than normal. Yes, this is a few days more early than we would normally get JSON files. I am a huge fan. Unfortunately, I'm not making a build guide for this league because I've been so away from Path of Exile 2 that I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm going to be following other people's builds. And unfortunately, despite what everybody else would love me to do, oh, they say that, I can't just make a video and be like, here's my build, when I don't know what I'm doing, and just for the sake of clicks. So there will not be a build guide for me because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But if it's half as fun as it looks like it's gonna be, then we're gonna be getting into it, and there will be many videos during the league. But I'm not doing a league start one because I'm not in a position of expertise in this game because I haven't enjoyed it, so I haven't been playing it. Buddy. Does the grenade launcher look bait? No. Hold on a second. Yes, I know. Relax, buddy. I know. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Barking another. Yeah, I'm very much not interested in making a twister build. Yeah, there's a ton of people who will enjoy multiple button builds like that. 5 is way too many buttons for me, but
I'm not ready yet.
hey, if you're someone who likes it, great, right?
Wilds take you.
Confirms Trunkets 2 new passes and not 1. But we just looked out the front door. There's nothing out there. There was nothing out there then. There's probably nothing out there now. You're gonna need to relax. Hmm. Man, I can't even tell which one is Chonk. Not Shadow, obviously. Monk. That one. Moving Grass the Void. Okay. I mean, won't that just be a travel node and then the notable? Won't that just be a travel node and then the notable? The expected travel node, right? I guess I thought we already knew that. This looks gross. Combat martial artist, just I bet martial artist is strong as fuck. There's the combo points. Also, there's like so few ways of getting energy shield recharge started now. Like they didn't nerf the slower start ones, but they did nerf these ones by a fuckload, right? But martial artist still gets this bullshit. Where is it? It's one of them. Negative 0.2 seconds to current energy shield recharge rate per combo expended. Per combo expended? That's a flat. Like that's a flat. That's huge. And then you get that skills that build and retain combo regardless of weapon sets, gain combos from all attacks. Okay. Herald counts as an attack. Oh my god. Wait, Herald counts as an attack. Doesn't that mean if you run both Heralds, you can build 3 combos per attack? Heralds count? I mean, they should. They count as an attack for everything else. They've got an attack tag. They scale with everything. They do everything.
I'm not ready yet. I need more time for that.
I'll spawn a bunny back there. Oh yeah, that one as well. And then also for everything, just add in the insane gloves or be face breakers and hollow palm at the same time.
Wilds take ya!
In collaboration, everyone close on things. Yes, yes, it did. So things that guarantee a single thing, like essences, those are crafted modifiers. The desecrate pool is a different pool, although they did also limit you to one desecrated modifier. I'm running on the assumption that that will include fracturing them. Like fracturing them will keep them as a crafted or keep them as a desecrated. But that's just an assumption. Yes, you cannot have two essences on. So all the melee weapons that were crafted with like 5 essences, nope. That nukes entry level crafting. Yep. I mean, it just puts attack builds back on the same as spell builds were, because they already couldn't make weapons like that.
I'm not ready yet!
I'd prefer to just lower the tier of the essence mods if they were too strong. Good news, they also did that. Fuck your crafting.
Wilds take ya!
Banking the whole league, and if the new minion ring have movement speed, if the new minion rings can have like 35-40% movement speed each, and I can put 2 of those on, I suddenly want to play minions again, because that's their biggest issue, is their leagues too slow. Like minions are so slow to walk that they're actually functionally bad. What if they add Convocate? Then they've given up, because Convocate is a terrible, useless skill. It is a band-aid that you use to fix problems you should be able to fix. It's a bad skill. Alright, you want to know what the weirdest thing that I'm excited for is? I'm excited to hear what it sounds like when my energy shield breaks. What's that do?
You are relentless, but that makes you predictable.
Adding 36 to the tree. Yeah, it needs to be about 80, but 36 is a really good start. If I can roll even like 25 or something on rings, that might be enough. Like as a combination. No, that would be. If I could roll 25 on 2 rings, plus the 36 from the tree, then we're in the realm of like playable and fun. Okay, so this is about the time where my Ice Nova's starting to feel pretty trash. And this old one is like a level 2 staff, which I just haven't managed to replace, so I can't even really use that. Good news is by the time I'm here, I will actually have totems. It won't be this build anymore, so that's actually great. $250 to $300 socketables already is going to happen when they eventually add more in a few years. I mean, essentially it's just a worse crafting bench, but at least we're getting the option to craft some things. Provides a lift you can craft from. Yes. And then the next step, or the step at the same time, is you take the socketable tab, which is right here, and instead of having all these runes, you have a lesser rune, a middle rune, and a top rune for this top half here, right? And then that just is only 3 items, and you just get to pick at the bench which you to consume one of them and which one you want it to be. And essentially we're just dancing around, put a crafting bench back in the game, but we're doing it in a way that maybe doesn't make Jonathan upset.
Take your time, as you wish.
Here for a story. Here we are. Keep it close. Stay inside.
Ew. You know, because the second it's in the game, they're gonna make things better. It's a convoluted currency. I mean, it's one of the things they've done a few things. They've done a few things for, as far as I can tell, the reason is we're doing it this way just so it's different, not because it's better, just so it's different. And slowly but surely, they are merging almost every single one of those things that was done just so it's different are all just coming back to the normal way. Because why would they not? Can you just do any Fubguna special? I mean, probably. Oh. Comet BalorMage, still the bit.
Hey guys, so I want to
hold on.
So I want to make a quick video going over easily the best build in 0.5. This is not clickbait, this is just actual real. And the reason why I said it's the best build in 0.5 is that I think in 0.4 we can all agree that Cock Blood Mage, or Cock Oracle, whichever version you played, both of them were just ridiculously strong, and they were easily the best build in the entire league. Now, you might be thinking, isn't that build nerfed? Yes
Golf
and
stream
no.
smarter than
So it
I
turns
mean,
out
always,
you don't need
always
leech to
open
sustain
the
your
golf
life.
stream.
If you take these 2 flash nodes over these 2 leech nodes, you have the exact same amount of recovery as old patch. You just spam your life flask infinitely, and you just don't die. Like, you have enough life to cast everything. So to explain how this works and why you just spam your life flask over and over and over again.
No.
So the Sanguine Tides nodes, what does this do? 50% less life recovery from flask. Gain 1 life flash charge per 4% life spent. The other 2 lines below this do not matter at all. These are completely irrelevant. So yeah, essentially what this means is that when you spend life, you get, your life flask back. And essentially it's just kind of like an infinite loop here, because you spend enough life to get charges back, and that's enough life to get your...
Okay, yeah, I can't play that on stream. I mean, I would never write a toggle macro for my life flask so I could just press 1 and then have it go off over and over again until I press 1 again. I would never do that. That's not something I would do. That would be heavily against the terms and services, and I for sure wouldn't do that. He got so many streamers. I mean, you're getting me now. I'm gonna click on it.
What the f are you linking my chat?
What was it?
Alert though.
Oh my god.
Okay, well, at least in here it's all blood, so we can laugh at them.
Like, by the time the boss dies, you're still spamming whirling home. What the f are you linking my chat?
Alert though.
Oh my god. You know Rakeen's wife is a VOD in this chat? You're actually gonna get us eat live.
Esse enduring deflection.
I mean, what even was it?
Wait, what you said? What?
I mean, the thing is, like, Fub's a streamer also, so this must have been... I mean, it must have been like, still not gonna get you banned, right? Like, because he wouldn't, yeah, like, saucy but safe. Like, it should be fine. Is he just linking it to a lot of people who have never seen the curves of a woman before, so they get a little bit fucking excited about it? Is that what's happening? I'm just asking. I guess some people's threshold of like what's appropriate and my threshold of what's appropriate are maybe wildly different things. It's a tiny slither of a gap, baby. Right? Some people need their safe spaces.
I'll take you.
I don't know if Twitch is that. I don't know if Twitch is the place for your safe space. The concept of a safe space on the internet is wild to me. Like, I'm not against it. Like, it'd be great, but like, I grew up with the internet being born. There was no such thing. Like, there's no such thing. And I'm like, I'm not like against it. I'm not like, oh, you shouldn't have your spaces or whatever. It seems wild to think that there might be one on the internet. There's no such thing.
Restored.
Call of Duty, right? Like, it's just it shouldn't have happened, but like I remember being a teenager and trying to like, I'd be like trying to download, I don't know, fucking Need for Speed or something, like some movie on LimeWire, and then you're like 15, and then you open the movie and it's actually a video of somebody being beheaded. Like, that's the internet. Like, it's not safe. Should it have happened? No. I wish it didn't happen, but that's the internet. Like, I'm not advocating for it. It shouldn't have been a thing that was happening, but like, that's what it's like to be on the internet. It could just be anything. Like, it's just not, it's not safe. It's not a safe spot. Isn't to give Flash a con and yep. I can't tell you how many of the songs that I tried to download were actually just me getting rickrolled, by the way. That was probably the most common. Every song you could imagine, every name of every song you could imagine was also had that rickrolling as the file name for that. Every single song. You got lucky. Mine was always porn, and then when I wanted porn, it was a virus. Yep. Yeah, that's fair. Actually like that song. It's a great song.
creature.
It must be also putting the pawn there, right? Or the worst question you ever get asked, at least for me when I was a teenager. Hey, why is there a little purple monkey on my desktop? Ah, fuck! I wonder how many people do that one.
The file is a death.
Yeah, too young to know that one? Yeah, you might be too young. My age, everybody my age that was doing the whole computer thing when it was like fresh, we all know the purple monkey. You got the purple monkey on your fucking computer. It was, I don't know if it was malware or spyware or just bloatware. I don't know, but it would fuck your whole computer. It was fucked. It was, if you see a purple monkey on your desktop, it's time to format your computer. Like, that's it, it's gone. It's time, reinstall. Bonsai buddy. Right? No viruses that can live in the motherboard? I've encountered that. And I've had to like flash BIOSes to get rid of shit before. That's awfully annoying. Awfully annoying and inconvenient.
I need more time for that.
There he is. That is him. That's the purple monkey. You ever see that one? Ever saw that one on your desktop? It's fucking, that's it. Format your computer. It's over. Funnily enough, Windows now does that to you just out the box. Copilot is just the new bonsai buddy. Nah, Copilot isn't stealing your information. You're handing it over willingly. I mean, sure, but like...
Blood for blood.
You see how it's close though, right? You see where I'm going with that.
I need more time for that.
Copilot is just the new bonsai buddy. You just barely like zoomed in. It might not be you. Hold on. There we go. I think that's back to normal. Don't ask me why the camera was zoomed in.
Let these towers stand for all time, so that the sands may never swallow the honored dead. We give you to the sky.
I'm still on Windows 10. I wish I could still be on Windows 10.
Of the desert.
Windows 11 is the worst version of Windows I've had so far.
Blood for blood.
Windows 11 got rid of basic features that I was using that I now have to download third-party programs to do. Specifically, the one that annoys me the most, you may notice I don't have a taskbar anywhere on my main screen. I've never had a taskbar on my main screen in like 10 years. My taskbar is on the left-hand side of my secondary monitor, and it has been for a decade. It is on the left-hand side of my secondary monitor, not my main monitor. And it has been for 10 years. And suddenly I installed Windows 11 and I couldn't do that anymore. You're not allowed to do that. There's no option. I think it was like Windows 98 or something that I started doing that. It might not have been 98. It might have been like something E, like NE or something. Like ME or something. Maybe. I don't know. One of those. Don't use Windows, use Linux. Love Linux. Ubuntu is my favorite. It doesn't handle streaming well at all. There's no, I can't do that.
First of all, under taskbar behaviors, we're going to have all these new options to move the taskbar around. For example, we can move it to the left, we can move it to the top and to the right, other than the bottom option, of course. As you can see, if you have your taskbar buttons and labels set to never combine, you're going to have this pretty huge taskbar, but you can combine them.
Can I put it on my secondary monitor?
The taskbar will look on the right side, on the left side, and also at the top. For example, let's move it to the left to simplify this process and to show you some of the options. First of all, Microsoft is announcing that basically all the animations and all the functions should work from the side of where you have the taskbar set. So if you open up the start menu, it will open up from the left side, the search box.
Make main, but I don't want it to be my main. I want this to be my main monitor. I want the taskbar on a secondary monitor. Which in every other version of Windows up until Windows 11 was as easy as right click, unlock, drag it to where you want, right click, lock. That's it. That's it. And then suddenly Windows 11 was like, Nah, fuck you.
Down you go. I need more time for that.
I think it still has to be on a main monitor. Well, then I'll still use my third-party programs. Does it start all back or something? Start all something that I'm running that lets me do all that again. What's the problem with making the second monitor the main monitor? The amount of games and programs that don't have options that open first on your secondary monitor instead of your main monitor, or don't even have the option to change monitors. Like the amount of games where you go into graphics and you can't even change the monitor that it's on. Where's my monitor option? Where's the now in this one we've got a bunch of displays, but like in a lot of games the option for display doesn't even exist. If your side secondary monitor is set as your main monitor, get ready to play a whole bunch of games on that. Some of them will move with the control alt shift thing, but and then the arrow keys. Some of them won't, and even when they do, my side screen is a different resolution and a different orientation. They're landscape, so they're quite often some games will pop over, but they'll pop over in an aspect ratio that looks fucking weird, and then won't let me change it. Right? Like it's just a pain in the ass that doesn't need to exist. Just let me put the taskbar there. Like what? What do you mean? Yo, isn't there supposed to be a fucking lightning res thing here?
Down you'll go.
Here it is. This is one of those ones where there's also two zones that are the same zone. Like this zone and the zone before it, they're the same zone. You don't need to do this to me. They're the same zone. Anything good from today's GDD post? A ton of stuff. The filter stuff had some really cool information. And also we have the JSON data today, which means we've got this shit version of the tree that you can sort of look over, and hopefully means we'll have a tree in something that's presented well by tomorrow. I'm sticking out in the direction you want to go to get that lighting. I'm sorry, fucking what? Hold up. We're going back to the beginning. If you follow the lightning from the clouds, it has a... Nah, that's not real. That's not real. There's no way. It fucking could be, though.
Relentless, but that
it seriously could be, though. Like, I can't tell.
is nigh.
I'm not ready yet.
Just look up, bro. Right, okay. Jason was released earlier than usual. Yes, quite a bit earlier than usual. Eventually you'll freeze, right? Yo, this guy's stuck on 99% freeze. He's cursed, he's frost bombed. Jesus. Okay. And it's over. All that for a freeze that lasted fucking 3 seconds. Didn't even last 3 seconds. Oh, I'm out of mana now. Excuse me, why can't I get out of here? How dare you? This Frost Nova build? Not to be Frost Nova. Honestly, I'm just playing so there's PoE for you to look at. I'm gonna level probably Frost Nova because it's smooth early until first lap, then spell totems.
How can I be of it? Go.
I would already be spell totems by now. It feels like everyone I watch is playing spell totems. So we're all desperately after something fun. And it looks like it'll be fun. So
Who goes there? Take your time. As you wish.
What's crazy is that you need to take Ancestral Bond for spell totems to behave like normal, like you would expect them to. Like it's just for them to behave standardly. I just take Ancestral Bond. Just to be usable, you mean? Yeah, basically. I mean, people got it working last league with just like, you know, a chest and a notable to like automate charge generation so they can actually play it. Absolutely want that free aura amulet. They almost need it. For the conduit, yeah. I mean, do you remember how many people saw spell totems when the league announcement happened for last league and were like, yay! And then it was like, in order to summon a totem, you'll need 3 power charges or 3 endurance charges. And like the color just drained from everybody's faces. They were like, oh, you've fucked it completely. It was horrendous. Like, it was like, you could see it on like every announcement on like 70% of the content creators' faces. Spell totems! And then there's like fucking Jonathan there explaining how to do it, and everybody goes from to and then that was it. Like, it was over. And then this league, they're like, here's a notable that fixes the problem we made up. And so now everyone wants to play it because we got teased last league. And that's why we're into it this league, because it's going to be something usable. The good news is as an oracle, if it ends up not feeling good, right? If it ends up being bad, I'm a fucking oracle. I'll just become a gardener, right? Like, I can just do that and become a gardener. The respec isn't hard. We already know it's good. And to use Vol's Protector and pop charges on hit. There was a way to, there was a chest that's like gain power charges until you're at max, and then, or something. Yeah, gain power charges until you're at max, lose all charges when you reach full, and then you just take residence so that you gain endurance charges instead of power charges, and then it just works forever. It just keeps giving you endurance charges, and then you can plant a totem once every like second or so. And that's how people were getting around it to try and make totems work. That's shit. I'm happy we don't have to do that anymore. Who has an insatiable love for the dead? Oh. Buddy, why are you fucking wet? Yeah, hello boy. Why are you soaking wet? Were you just hanging out in the rain? Well, I'm not picking you up. You're a wet dog. Were you just hanging out in the rain, buddy? What the fuck, you let him out in the rain? Not the caged one. It's the other dog. And like the back door's open so he can come and go as he pleases, and it's pissing down with rain outside, and he just decided to go hang out in it? I don't know what the fuck that was about, but anyway. It'd be so much cooler if totems could use infusions. If totems could use infusions. It's open, not a sentence I understand. American in a poor part of town. He's rural, it's safe. I'm 20 minutes from the city. And I'm also home all the time. You can leave the door open. I'm home. I am also home, but some motherfucker busted with a gun. Okay. 20 minutes. No, I do not live. This is a running joke. I don't know how it started, but it's a running joke. I am not out in the sticks. It is not rural here. There is like multiple. There's like multiple, like massive shopping centers within 10 minutes of me. 3 of them. 2 of them. Yeah, the third one's like 15 minutes away. So maybe 2 of them. Like. It's not rural. There's nothing else out there, but there's everything else out here. There's all like it's not out here. It's just here. This is not rural. I don't know where chat got this idea from. No, I do. I do know where they got it from. It's because there are horses across the road. But like, it's an important distinction that this isn't an area where everybody just has horses, right? Like that's the only place that has enough land to have horses. We don't have land like that. Like there just happens to be one very, very large property with room for like a tennis court and a horse paddock and everything that just happens to be near me, right? Like there's not enough, no one else anywhere in this whole suburb has even enough land to have horses, let alone the ability to. There just happens to be one place. Like it's an anomaly, not normal, right? Like there isn't. Power goes out like it's the 1800s still. Okay, but that's just shit infrastructure. That's because he's interfering with it. To be fair, what do you mean interfering with it? What do you mean? Horses in a blueberry farm or the neighboring orchard. Okay, I have one blueberry tree. I have one blueberry tree. It's not a tree, it's like a bush. There's one. It's not. God damn it. There's one blueberry bush that we planted. The eggs come from the horse neighbor, another one, a different one. I get eggs. We don't actually get eggs anymore. The people who we've known forever who used to live across the road who had chickens and had too many eggs actually sold and moved. I don't even know the neighbors that live there anymore. I didn't say it was inner city. I just said it's not rural. I actually miss eggs. That's rural, but it's not rural. From where I stand at my front door, there are probably four, maybe five when I was younger. 4 houses I could hit with a rock by just throwing it. That's not rural. To classify as rural, you need to get in a vehicle to go visit your neighbor. You shouldn't be able to see your neighbor's front door from your front door. That's not rural. If you can see your neighbor's front door from your front door, you do not live rural. Like, I have a driveway, not a driveway road, so I'm not rural. when you live rural, you turn onto the road that leads to your house. Like there's a, right? Like that's rural. I'm not making that up. Like that's rural. That's living out in the sticks. How many kebab shops are within a 15-minute walk? Only 2 that are worth going to. But 4, I think? Maybe 3. One of them's shit though. The one that's the best is open until like 3 in the morning. Within a 30-minute walk, how many fast food places do you have? Fucking all of them? What do you mean? It's got to be more than 12 or 15. More than that. Within a 30-minute walk, I can walk to 3 different McDonald's. I'd also rather go hungry, but I could walk to 3 different McDonald's. It seems a little over the top. I mean, it is. When they put the 3rd one in, we're all like, that's in between 2 McDonald's that are only like 10 or 15 minutes apart. Like, what the fuck? Why are you putting one in the middle? Like, there's one just there and there's one just there. Why do we have this one here? He's inflating the numbers to make it seem like he isn't rural. I mean, I'm not though. He's been rural for 10 years. It's just not rural. I don't even mind. Like, here's the thing. I wouldn't mind if I was rural. There's nothing against rural. I grew up in rural places. Like, we had a farm. Like, I lived on property. Where I grew up, we had like 75 acres. Like, I was riding a dirt bike around the property at 9, and I learnt to drive this old Volkswagen V-Dub at like 12 or so. I learnt to drive that around the property because I couldn't get out to places to do chores if I didn't have a vehicle, and they didn't want to keep taking me. So like, I've grown up, it's fine. I don't mind it. This isn't that. Can't be new notes. It's like fucking 5:30. The fuck? Our own government classifies you as rural? For what? Is the definition of rural just not inside the city? In which case, okay, like 90% of us are rural then, and it loses all meaning. Like, okay, sure. In that case, we all live rural. Congratulations. Like, what a waste of a word. Like, it doesn't mean anything anymore then. Right. Hold on, before I do that real quick, just 1 second. Okay. Okay, let's see, what do we got? Jesus. Okay, that's more than I was expecting. Added 7 Kalgoran supports that can be crafted from I don't know what any of those are, to be honest. Added the ability to quickly search a trade market for sure. Whatever. The controller uses can be done by holding Y and triangle on the item. Alright, sure. You can use the reclaim items left in depreciated inventories, including sure, whatever. You can now click the town on the atlas to travel there via a waypoint. Okay. Included unique tablets no longer have 4 to 6 additional rare monsters are spawned in abyss maps. Existing versions of this item could be made worse with a divine orb. I love it when they say that. Many Act 4 bosses now appear inside stone circle map mechanic. That's great, but I still don't know if I've ever had the stone circle drop me any loot. Allies apply in your presence, such as scepter and ring, no longer stack if multiple party members have modifiers of the same type. This does not affect allies in your presence deal 50% increased damage modifier from the Learcast helmet. Okay. Oh, there it is. Yeah. We started talking about all the food that was nearby and I got hungry, so. Just hold on for a moment. Okay, new lineage support, sure. Added 3D art, sure. New armor applies to elemental damage and faster start of energy shield recharge cluster, sure. Hybrid. Added a new hybrid armor, applies to elemental damage and deflection cluster. Okay. Sure. Is it some game you hunted? Okay. Listen. Apparently we're all rural, so sure, I guess. Added a new, sure. Added new armor and evasion passives, sure. The backup plan notable now provides 20% increased armor and evasion. Rating if you've been hit recently, previously. Oh, and evasion rating if you've been hit recently is now 40, previously 50. Armor is now 40, previously 50 as well. Okay, sure, whatever. Defense notable. Here's armor evasion, and now grants 80% when on low life, previously 120. Okay. So real quick, I'm just curious here. What's the thought process on going, hey, we know the defenses are not in a great place, so we're going to put a bunch more armor and evasion on all of your base types, but then compensating for that by taking away armor and energy shield from like the passive tree and whatnot, like taking it away from other places? Like, it wasn't the point to make it better. Like, we're not trying to balance it out. Why lower them? I'm just curious. I still don't see myself running armor and evasion builds anyway, so it doesn't really matter to me. But like, I'm curious. We're taking away, it's been moved. I mean, like, give you some there, take some away there, and we're sort of like just balancing it out a little. But like, wasn't the point to buff it? Still too warm. Okay. And Slippers now provides 2 armor per 1 energy shield, previously 3. 1 evasion per 1 energy shield, previously 2. Sure. Wildcat notable now has 12% evasion as deflection rating, previously 10, so slight buff there. Okay. Grant deflection rating equal to a percentage of your evasion rating, and now have 8% values, previously 6, so deflection up. Provides 50% less energy shield lost as armor. At level 8, previously 32. Scaling up to 62%, previously 44. Barkskin. Barskin? Barskin? That's barkskin, right? Okay, anyway. Blah, blah, blah. Mark siphoning now causes enemies marked. Cause you to leech 8% of physical attack damage. Sure. 8% of physical damage and life leech, but only on physical again. Grapevine unique gloves now have 20% increased rarity of items found, and your other modifiers to rarity on items found do not apply. Oh. Oh. I mean, there goes your like rarity bot in party play, right? That's an interesting thing to do. I bet that note came with some interesting heated discussions. It'll be interesting to see what they do now. I suspect it won't make a huge difference. They'll just have one more support in the party, and their carry will have to be the one that wears all the rarity items. Lesser, greater, and perfect jewelers can now be used as skills with items to increase the number of sockets that item grants. Using a jewel orb on an item with multiple skills will affect all skills on that item. Cool. Improve the reward offered for completing the travel medicine quest. Happy shark hunting. Okay. Enable the existing originator weapon effects for PoE2. Sure. Sure, whatever. Fix the bug where... No! Oh, I knew that this was a thing and I just wasn't going to say anything. Oh, I was going to use that. I knew that that was a thing and I had just told nobody anything. I was going to use that, I'm not going to lie. I hadn't seen a single thing posted on it and I was really happy about it because nobody else posted and that meant nobody knew. And so I was just going to sneak that through on day one. Ah, Shad Snits. I hadn't told Shads, I hadn't told Blakey, I hadn't told anybody. I told nobody. Fixed a bug where chaos inoculation overriding maximum life to an incorrect value of stun and ailment thresh. Okay. This one when chaos inoculation was allocated in some sort of stun threshold modifiers. Becoming immune to heavy stun. I don't know what that means or anything. Blakey news without the stitches. I mean, apparently. Also, if you don't tell anyone it can't be proven you actually knew. I wasn't really interested in proving it. I said it. That should be enough. Who am I proving it to? Also, it's fixed, so it's irrelevant. Fire skill. What do we owe? Fixed a bug where modifier to lords for increased spirit had overlapping values with the next tier modifier. Okay, sure. I didn't miss that. I don't know what that means. But resulting in life regeneration, ignoring the energy shield regeneration delay. I didn't know that either. Fixed a bug where the increase to critical strike damage from gore spikes did not display. Okay. Good skills to be unable to update their target. Okay. Fixed multiple instances in which killing palm and staggering palm's additional dash would fail to hit their target. Didn't know that was a problem. Fixed an issue where some of the projectiles would turn invisible. Didn't know that was a thing either. Okay. I mean, sure. That's far more patch notes than I was expecting in the middle of the week, but I wonder if there'll be more. There'll probably be even more tomorrow. The totems get dead? No, doesn't look like it. Not yet, still time. I don't even think they'll be that popular. Totems are in a pretty relatively decent spot. Not spell totems, but ballistas are in like a relatively decent spot in PoE 1, and they don't get played a lot. Because most people don't like the spell totem playstyle.
Hang on. Yeah.
It'll be the second most played build. I mean, Twisters for sure is gonna be number one. I reckon you'll see Twisters, bows and grenades all before spell totems. I do expect Twisters to be like 40 to 50% of the player base on like day 2 and 3. By the end of week 2, over half of those will have given up and re-rolled or quit. Because Twisters is like 5 buttons, and that's too many for most people. I'm saying 2 or 3 days, not 2 weeks. Maybe way quicker than I said. That little mouse, 'cause I'm an albatross. The only reason I'm comfortable with the idea of starting as the totem build is because I know I can respec into plants immediately. Right? Like at any point, if plants are terrible, if I'm like, nope, this is shit, I can just get rid of them. Okay, what do I even need here? Well, I can tell you I don't need 2 blood mages, so... Do I even care about saving the gear? I've got too many characters. Every time I try and make more than 1 character, it is full for some reason. They have a very limited amount of characters that you're allowed to make in PoE 2. Oh... They did in PoE 1 too. I just bought a bunch of extra slots.
Well,
I bet those extra slots didn't transfer over.
Bye then.
Technically those are legacy, but like I don't know if I fucking care. Whatever, let's do it. Is it unacceptable for most players? It's like 5. Which is still too many for most people, but it keeps growing. Not if you count WAST. Okay, we don't count WAST. I'm just throwing that out there. We do not count WAST. He's my hero 1800. What else can I delete? How many buttons to clear is what I ask. Yeah, I don't actually mind if I'm tanky boss has to be like, put down a sigil, summon this thing, put an orb down, then cast. Right? Like if there's like 3 or 4 extra buttons that I have to press to do big single target stuff, actually kind of fine. Maximum 2 buttons to be clearing maps, and even 2 is a little uncomfortable in most cases. Generic clear, preferably 1 button, 2 is okay. anything more than 2 to just clear average map, unacceptable. Anything more than 2, unacceptable. And then I will take 3 extras for bosses. This podcast may have now leaked the Archmage totem thing being a strat into GGG's DMs. I promise they already knew. We were talking about it yesterday. People were talking about it the day before that. Yesterday, Ali's video was about it. Palstrom was talking about it the day before that on YouTube. The people who designed this game also watch all of our YouTube content. Like, not one person watching everything, but like between them in the building, I promise they're watching all the guides. We're not keeping secrets. If you know, they know. We're not keeping secrets. If someone Palstrom put out a video about that 2 days ago, that's the latest anyone in GGG would have known, if they didn't already know before that. Right? If they didn't already know, they knew because of Palstrom's video. Like, that's just... Well, I mean, we can keep secrets from GGG, but we can't keep secrets from GGG and also share it with the community, because they also are in the community. If we know about it collectively, they know about it. Right? Okay, I've just deleted like 3 characters. Why can't I create a new character? Oh, that's weird. If you're on solo self-found, you can't click create. That's wrong. That's actually fucked up. But you can click create and then tick solo self-found. But you can't create a character if solo self-found is highlighted. That's weird. There's a UX guy with his eye twitching and he doesn't know why. Shads. There's no UX guy. What are you talking about? There's one person for UX. Is there? Is there actually a UX? I know they're actually non-memeing. There actually wasn't a UX guy at all for a really long time. I don't know if there is now, but they're actually legit. No meme, no joke it. They don't know how to do UX. There literally wasn't a UX guy for forever.
Your very own coven cast you out for your sorceress.
I can't remember which one has which ascendancy. Okay, throwing it out there. This is... I understand why they've done this, and I get it. I could see this fucking brand new players a lot, like confusing brand new players. Because you go, Ranger. No, I don't want Ranger. I want Amazon. Where's Amazon? Where's Amazon? Wait, hang on. I want to make an Amazon. Where's the Amazon? Why can't I make an Amazon? And the answer is that it's down here. You have to swap between, or Huntress it is. Amazon, but whatever, right? It actually swaps the class up here.
Ranger. Feral as
I get why they did that, because otherwise you've got this big list here. But something's wrong with it. Something's wrong with that, and I don't know like what. I don't know how to tell you that what to do to fix it, but that's not right. Right? Like that's not right. I don't know what the solution is. I don't know how that's supposed to be. But that isn't correct. You can just make the models non-clickable. Also, when you go to select them, they don't even highlight here, and then you're quickly drawn to this. You could do that.
Foul witch! Your very own coven cast you out for your forbidden pursuits. Your twisted necromancy ends here, at the end of a noose. Speak your last. The witch is escaping! Kill her!
I want to do Act 1 more than once per league. Also would practice. Hopefully it gets a lot better.
I will not join the dead today.
What's this practice gonna be? I don't know.
First ones. You're alive. I'm glad to see you. I would appreciate it if you could. Reach Clearfell. Find
The dead rise again. Oh, I'm going to like it here. This oozes darkness. I welcome it.
Should I have gone? Doesn't matter, they joined up anyway.
The miller, I presume.
The mental sprinting. Don't use sprint, should just be the base movement speed. Get the base. Well, I don't know. The sprinting movement speed is probably a little too fast for base. But definitely somewhere in the middle.
My first taste of true power. Impressive size, but little acuity. Dismal.
I might be biased, but I'm still in love with my original idea
All that remains.
for like how to make us faster, which is that we should be, by the time we enter maps, something around 20% movement speed faster than what we have for base. But I don't think we should get it all at once. I think we should get like 2 or 3% movement speed at the end of each act, and then maybe be like 5% faster right off the bat, like when we jump up 5%, and then like split the other 15 between 6 acts or whatever, and just give me a little bit at the end of each act so I get faster during the campaign.
Renly's the name. You're skilled with the violence, but I've not. I'm Smith. There's a
Because it
beast that
adds to the feel of like progressing the character.
Anything take your fancy?
Right?
Go well.
A kind leader. Welcomed all. I fear this land's.
Yeah, I don't know about like the specific exact amount, but somewhere around like 20, maybe 25, like something in that region is like the thing. And so I would do it as like, yeah, I would do it as like quest rewards for the final boss in each individual act. That would be my thing. I mean, how do you even? What they would do is actually remove 5% movement speed per act. No, get fucked. Give all bullets implicit movement speed that ties to level. Oh wait, I remember exactly what my plan was originally. I don't think 35% movement speed boots should exist. I think your average boots should have about 15 and your best in slot one should have about 20. And that you should give 15 of it, the 20 to 35, you could give that 15 right off the bat to us. Base movement speed up by 15. We've ended at the same spot. And then add 3% per act. What I'm doing there is bringing the floor up without raising the roof by as much. Right? Yeah, it sounded bad. It sounded bad right off the bat, but you gotta stick with it for a second and then be like, oh wait, that's okay then. Instant eating like 15%. Yeah. Right, hang on. That was my sister getting home. I need to move the cage around while she's outside. While she's outside toileting the dog, I need to move the cage around. He's been a dream today though. He's been quite nice. There's no shock nova of progression. No idea. Let me unlock this thing. Oh. There we go. We cage the dog. Exclamation mark doggo. We don't like to, we just have to. Right, back in a moment. Otherwise, just run live to get one. Unless he's fighting off wild drop bears. Okay, well, first of all, there are no tame drop bears. All drop bears are wild. That's not a pet.
Death and decay.
Are we retesting something else? No, we got nothing to test. The thing I want to test is spell totems, and I can't. I mean, I can test them in the end game, but I already kind of know they'll work. It's leveling spell totems that I want to test, and I can't.
Invader! Estelle! Estelle! Swell!
It's so much easier. Gems. Think it's possible in those 200 gems they put in Holy Relic for us? Even if they did, what would you use to proc it? Even if they did, it's not of any use to us. Just a new Connor video. I did not. Is there something in that that's fucking new? I don't understand. I don't understand. Is there something new in that we haven't already been talking about before? I thought it was just another video talking about Archmage totems. Is there more? Well, I guess I need to watch it if there's more shit. I thought it was just about I thought it was just about the Archmage totem thing with no cost, and I was like, yeah, that's half of what might make them okay. This is not new. There's the new life last tech that makes BalorMage comment doable again. Okay, so we know that one too.
Death grants power.
From the other, but you have to like spam a life potion over and over again.
Emerge.
And the last point was just Twister OP. Okay. So nothing new. All right.
Oh, wow. Who is this?
Abyssal Lich Twister's interesting. Why Lich Twister?
Pathetic cur.
Lich Twister's an interesting thing. Twitch is just so broken you don't need an ascendancy, might as well have pops. I mean, Lich is also very tanky, right? So I guess you might as well just get tanky and have explosions. I mean, yeah, why not? Interesting. I might have to watch that video later. Are they?
It's a pity to end you, monstrous weed.
And, what was that? If you're practicing Leave, why bother killing? I'm not practicing League Start, man. I'm just killing stuff. This is just Subway Surfers. Yep, same as always. This is just Subway Surfers. It's something we discovered a long time ago.
And rust.
Is that exiles need PoE to be on? They don't even need you to actively be playing, to be honest. You can entertain 500 people at once by just talking and everyone being involved in an active conversation about PoE if you sit in your hideout and do it. But if you load up another game or you don't show on your screen either PoE or Path of Building, 3/4 of everybody there will just leave. Even though it's the same thing that you're doing, even though they'll just go. You gotta have PoE there. That's it. Yeah, it can be the game or it can be Path of Building. Both are acceptable. But if you just like, oh, I'm just gonna load up this little other game and play that while I talk about PoE, nope. Nope. Nobody wants that.
I can create better.
Absolutely not. Unacceptable. Yeah, I like Ice Nova a lot better than I like Contagion early.
Impudent undead.
It just looks like cheating the whole time. All right, who is this person that did that?
Death is my power.
I might need to watch that. It's the guy who kicked off all the paywall drama.
Okay, so I just...
Surely he's not doing that anymore. Oh, it's a whole 4-hour video? I'm not watching the whole 4-hour video. Level 1 to tier 15 though? In 4 hours? Level 1 to tier 15 in 4 hours.
Went from level 1 to tier 15s in 4:13. Completely SSF. We picked up every passive. We did 1 ascension. We ended at level 76.
No, I thought it was...
And I'm just doing a voiceover of the run.
I didn't realize it was a league start to tier 15 deal. And I thought it was something else. I knew something had happened. I just didn't know it was this much.
So, because this is a speed run, I usually do like multiple resets until I get something good off Miller. So I'm pretty sure on this run I get like a 2 to 4 fire damage plus 1 prod spear off of Miller. Can you still answer questions from chat or just doing commentary? Yeah, I'll answer some questions. So yeah, here I'm basically, you know, just getting him a spear stab. And then when there's a bunch of zombies, I use Whirling Slash and kill the zombies with the Whirling Slash. And you can use parry for like his auto attacks, but it doesn't really matter.
Oh my god.
So something I've been doing recently is it just means...
Okay, we're just gonna skip through a little bit. I just want to see how he looks fighting some of this shit.
Exposure is already, you know, technically doing something. You can see my damage is like pretty dumb. Thanks to that spear that I got. For the next league, should we care about Val League rewards?
Show me like...
So,
whoa!
Getting her with which I'm just bringing her into the hut, and we are just getting her with the Whirling Slash and the Twisters.
Yo, I've never seen her die that quick.
And she has shocked the ground.
That's fucked up.
That basically gives us 50% damage gain as...
Yep, dragging her into the hut is OP. Let's skip through a little bit. I just want to see some more, yeah, like this shit.
Deadpool.
Show me, not this
so that
one.
I can use basically you won't see on.
Let's keep going. I just want to see, like, end of Act 1
but
shit.
I didn't do a very good job. Damage on gloves, absolutely huge, especially for the tomb, the gym in this zone.
Show me that boss fight from the end of Act 1.
So that he gets double hit. In your rush too long for me, check for another hunting spear because my current spear has like 2 to 4 damage on it. Ignore it and keep going.
Okay, here we go.
I'm at Act 3 and I keep struggling with int/dex requirements, specifically to equip the scepter, how to come around this. This build is very tight on attributes. I'm pretty sure if you don't have any attributes on gear, you're actually not going to have enough attributes to do stuff. So you're going to have to make a... You kind of have to give something up. So you have to either give up the scepter, or you have to use like lower level gems, or you know, something like that. Unless you get some attributes on gear. So here I'm using parry Fangs of Frost to get the chilled ground. And then we're just hitting him with the Whirling Slash Twister. Then putting War Banner up. So War Banner is 25% more damage.
God damn. I feel like he was just face tanking that, and if I stood like that, I would get fucking 2-tapped. How did he just...
Yeah, I'm just running in circles. There's no point in attacking him once he's on half HP. And I'm just frost bombing, whirling slashing, parrying, Fangs of Frost, Twister, Warbanner.
He's fucking... He is space tanking. He's parrying all the attacks. Is that... Are you telling me he's just standing there and parrying the melee attacks instead of getting hit by them?
I don't get ad phase here. So here you can parry the cold beams. So I parried the cold beams, and
you can fucking what?
And luckily we skip the ad phase.
He parried the cold beam?
Hi guy, do you have or plan to update your grenades build? I'm pretty sure there's no changes from the patch notes, so like it's already up to date.
I'm not playing this game. Like the same game he's playing, I'm not doing that. I'm playing a different game. Let's see how quick he's moving by like
basically hug the
an hour and a half in. Ish. There we go. Nice leap. Sure. Okay.
Any guesses what support gems will be good with the owl feather skill? That's something I have to think about. I mean, whatever makes it more frequent is probably what you want. Maybe you want duration or something? I don't know exactly how it works.
Excuse me?
I have to have a look.
Excuse me? That's at least 5 times faster than I have ever killed that.
Do you think spell
That's 5 times faster than I kill it in Twink gear on an alt.
Would be my guess. So I just got 30 spirit. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can actually do with that yet. Once we do get level 36, we can use the level 10 spirit gem for combat frenzy, which is basically just going to give us.
I need to not watch stuff like this. I need to not watch stuff like this. It'll depress me. It turns out I'm actually fucking garbage, by the way. I don't know if you know. Turns out I'm garbage. I'm playing a different game. I can't even aspire to be garbage compared to that, right?
Probably not.
Hold on. Let's fucking...
Would be my guess.
Where would we first get to maps? This is still level 45.
Damage to attacks.
47.
A little bit more attack speed.
47.
Because he was like worth something. So I just pass up.
I mean, we just happened to skip right to a boss here. At whatever level this is, so we'll just see what this looks like. Did he glitch? What just happened then? Was there a bug? Did we skip some footage? Where's the cut? Where's the cut in this footage? What?
Yeah, make sure you don't blink or you will miss the boss fight. Okay, so I want to mention my level real quick. So I just reached level 50. And this zone is level 54, which means we are like giga high level. So our time is pretty sad at the moment. It's 2:59. We just entered interlude 3.
I'm finishing Act 2 now. My time is a bit sad. Fuck off. I'm finishing Act 2.
Almost one-shot you.
Oh, here's another boss. Quick.
So these bosses are also pretty rippy. You need to make sure to kill Zelina first, because if you don't, she can use like this bleed attack that will like almost one-shot you. But if you just kill them, then they can't kill you, so you probably just want to do that. She can use like this bleed. It's also pretty rippy. So these bosses are also pretty rippy. You need to make sure to kill Zelina first, because if you don't, she can use like this bleed attack that will like almost one-shot you. But if you just kill them, then they can't kill you, so you probably just want to do that.
What do you mean?
You definitely want to focus on Abyss, I think. It's a powerful map boss. We get that you have gold.
Oh, hold on. Hold on.
What you can map. So there's a timer on the bottom right. That timer on the bottom right tells you how long I've been in the map. So like the timer and like killing the occasional map device, so we don't have to. Oh, it's like 20 levels low. I'm in maps so that I can, you know, powerful map boss. You have to use.
I'm trying to look for like the very first. Yeah. Okay. Here's another double. Here's another double bosses.
So here I pair these guys up so that I can hit both of them at the same time. Waiting for the loot, picking up the loot, and getting out of there. After you kill those guys, you have to talk to Renly. After you talk to Renly, you want to go back to Act 4 and talk to the hooded one. And he's going to give you your 2 passives. You have to use the book before you can go to Oriath. So I'm going to talk to the hooded one, grab the book. I like misclicked on my weapon here. Yeah, you have to use the book and then you can go to Oriath. And from here we're just blasting maps. So the strategy for maps is you want to take the map from Doriani. After you take the map from Doriani, you want to reforge your maps until you can get a tier 2 map, or maybe even a tier 3 map if you have enough. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to the reforge bench.
He doesn't even run a tier 1 map.
And then we're just going to pop in that tier 2
straight up to tier 3 if he can, and tier 2 if he has to. Off the bat.
Boss on the bottom left there. So I go towards the left, so I can make my way over there. Transmute orging my map because of just like more chance at getting maps and like more loot. And there's not really any downside at this point, so we do that. And the goal here is just to rush to the boss as fast as possible. So I'm kind of just killing mobs as I see them, not really worrying if they die. I'm
Yo,
just
that
going
really
straight
does
to
look
whatever I think the boss is.
fucking good though.
There is a couple of things I need to do while I'm in maps so that I can, you know, smoothly
There's no way that when I play this, it wouldn't go like this.
So I'm looking
I'll
for...
get one tapped everywhere. I'll get
basically any
stunned
weapon base.
everywhere. It'll be a third the
most important
speed.
thing
It'll
is
do no
the
damage.
affixes of the weapon at this point, as long as it's like a high level base.
Right?
So
Like,
a Helix Spear is a level 65 weapon, so I got one of those with like 90 lightning damage, which is a big upgrade. If we get like an Essence of Flames or something like that, that is going to give us a weapon good enough to just go straight into T15s. My weapon right now is like a level 40 weapon that we got back in Act 4. So like it's kind of starting to get a little bit low. It's like 20 levels low at this point.
My weapon right now is a level 40 weapon.
Go straight into T15s. My weapon right now is like a level 40 weapon that we got back in Act 4. So like it's kind of starting to get a little bit low. It's like 20 levels low at this point. So we are kind of, you know, really wanting that weapon. I think I Valor, but yeah. Valor bit in the hopes of getting something more useful. Perhaps something that would like help me create a better weapon or something. But we just got the extra Essence of Ruin, so... So here I like kind of remember what my passive tree was supposed to be. It's still a little bit messed up, so I end up missing out on like 11% attack speed, but it's a lot better than what it was.
Done 2 days of content for me in
like
4 hours,
15% attack speed
right?
there, and then another
Yeah.
14% attack speed down there.
Yep. I just hope to get to maps by the end of the first day.
Yeah, I just want to talk about 0.5 for a little bit. So in 0.5, obviously the in-game is changing dramatically, but like the gearing of your character and early maps and stuff isn't really going to be changing. So all of the strategies that I'm using for
we're
like,
gonna see this boss and then
reforging maps
then
to
I'm
go up
closing
higher
it.
in tiers, or
This is in a little
crafting my
arena,
weapon or
so
whatever,
surely
all of that stuff is still going to apply. But in 0.5, you probably want to rush to the fortress. It's like you probably want to do a tower, then go to the fortress, is my guess.
I mean, that boss has the worst hitbox for things like that as well. Like most
Here
of the
I ran out of wisdom
shit
scrolls,
didn't
so
touch
I buy
it.
some from that NPC. And now I'm just looking for powerful map boss. The only powerful map boss I can see is like 3 maps away. So like I'm pretty sad at this point.
That's insane. That's insane. Okay. I'm just gonna pretend that he's cheating. You don't have to pretend. That wasn't normal behavior. That was that was everything I just saw was cheating. He's playing a different game. I can't. That's not. If I had that exact character with that exact gear on, I couldn't do half that speed. Like, I couldn't. I couldn't do half of it. That's fucking. He just did 32 hours worth of my content in 4. Alright. I'm calling it a day. These are only going to be 3 or 4 hour streams in the week leading up. I'm not spending a lot of time on the computer. But Jesus. People complaining about comment, and this has been happening in the background. Yep. Been live for 3 hours and 47 minutes. You should be in tier 12 maps. Oh, that's fucked. Nah, that's fucked. For my own sanity, I'm never gonna watch a video like that again. I can't. That's rough. Alright. I'm gonna run. I will see everybody tomorrow for presumably another half page of patch notes at the rate we're going. Maybe they'll nerf twisters. They will not nerf twisters. I am 90% confident that they do not touch twisters because it was literally half the fucking video for the hyping up the league was twisters. So I'm pretty sure it's safe. I will see everybody tomorrow. Goodbye.